What's good with the YouTube? It's your boy Damo coming back on day 3 of the streak with a reaction video. Dumbest criminals caught on camera. Man, oh man, oh man. Y'all might as well go ahead and pull up a seat. If you need something to drink, something to eat, go ahead and get that. I'll wait. But yeah, we about to hop right into it. Appreciate everybody tuning in. We got that New Year's giveaway. If you haven't seen that video, go ahead tap in so you can figure out how you can win yourself a gift card or a fragrance. I'll give you a little hint. Must be subscribed. So hit that subscribe button right now. If you haven't seen my last video on how I lied about Vlogmas, you can go check that out. I picked up this sweatshirt in that well, it ain't a sweatshirt, it's a hoodie. But I picked this up from there. Like one of those items that how when you go and you go get something from the store and or you buy something like pair of shoes, shirt, no matter what it is, just some clothing, and you might just buy one piece. And I'm the type of person that'll just get, one item and eventually something else will come along that'll just match it oh so well. Well, let me show y'all, what I'm saying, why I was so geeked about, finding this, or why I did pick it up, because I already had these, you know what I'm saying? If y'all can see, Black Owl. And like they match this sweatshirt perfectly. So had to pick that up. That was in that Vlogmas video. But yeah, we about to go ahead and get into these dumbest criminals being dumb. Let's go.
When someone is on the brink of committing a crime that could jeopardize their freedom, you might expect them to have a foolproof plan. But well, that's not always the case. A DoorDash driver who was recklessly driving and had no plates on decided to add another charge to a rap sheet by trying to flee on her moped.
Now, I have seen this one once before, but what we will do right now is pay close attention to this knee action. What's going on right here with the knees? I guess she double jointed, but she got that Kenny Smith going on. If you know NBA or know who Kenny Smith is, then you already know. But we ain't about all of that. I ain't gonna go into that too far. But basically, this chick right here made it extremely difficult on herself. Like all she had to do was just kind of comply with what was going on, and things wouldn't have went as bad as it did. But that seems to happen, more times than not.
I'm getting away. Stop! Why you trying to take my face?
In many
Now, I don't know where she thought she was going, you know what I'm saying? Nowhere fast, really. But yeah, she tried to run off with the moped, wasn't even started. Like she should have just went on and ran off foot. Had the orange, what's those Star Kiss ones on, women's edition, wasn't laced up. She was not ready to, you know what I'm saying? She didn't have her track shoes on. She shouldn't have fled.
UK banks, tellers can press a button that activates a rapidly rising security screen, protecting workers and preventing theft. This bank robber not only failed to check for any security system, but also mistakenly believed he was locked inside the bank, when in reality,
hey, that man instantly knew he messed up. And I want to know how they knew that he was on that time, that fast. Like, let's go back a little bit. It's like he went in. I don't know if he showed a gun or he had like a note or whatever, but he seen regular degular walking in the door.
preventing theft. This bank robber not only failed to check for any security system, but also mistakenly believed he was locked.
Oh, okay. So he went up to the teller, you know what I'm saying, gave her the give me all your money, conversation, and she hit that button quick, fast, in a hurry. She wasn't playing no games. And did y'all see how quick everything went into place? I'm talking about Spaceballs. If y'all ain't seen Spaceballs at the end of the movie when they hopping in them pods and getting away, man,
Locked inside the bank,
he locked up.
when in reality he simply needed to pull instead of
They won't let him out.
push.
They won't let him out. Oh wow. So you mean to tell me he tried to Bobby Boucher the door and all he needed to do was pull it? All right. And that lady saved his life.
At nail salons or spas, women usually take off
I wonder if he got picked up later. I'm pretty sure with all those cameras in there, I'm pretty sure he got picked up a couple of days later.
their rings when they're getting a manicure, because the chemicals they use can ruin the color. A smart thief took note of this and started going to salons and sneakily stealing engagement rings from customers. But well, if she was truly smart, she would have looked out for cameras.
Being charged with grand theft here. Authorities say the ring has been returned to the victim.
So she was on that she was on that time. Like, yeah, she should have been more mindful of the cameras. But what's crazy to me, well, I ain't gonna say what's crazy to me. I wonder how many times she did that before they caught on to it, because I feel like that wasn't her first time, and she was making regular visits to that nail shop.
An instant regret moment for Rudolph the Red-Nosed Burglar happened when she got a little hot with the costume on.
He just called her Rudolph the Red-Nosed Burglar.
In Ohio, a man made
Man, now, one thing I ain't, you know what I'm saying, too fond of is these little quick, I need a little bit more, you know what I'm saying? Like, I need more than what I just saw right then and there, but I'm gonna let it slide. I'm just gonna let y'all know that, Damo don't approve for not, you know, giving the ending to the story.
the prosecutor's day when he accidentally dropped a gram of the illicit substance he was accused of possessing in the courtroom.
You gotta be more careful than that. That man was so high that he didn't even realize that he had his stash still in his hands. Ain't no way he should have been in that courtroom with that ish in his hands at all. Like, that should have very much been in his pocket, in his shoe, in his sock, if anything, if he knew better. Like, he definitely was new to this and not true to this, cause yeah. Felony.
Okay, it doesn't help that this seems to be one of the longest escalators in the world, but a criminal's cardio was put to the test by a police officer who knew it would be pointless to chase him.
Hey, that officer, he had the advantage. He had the age advantage. You could tell by that officer's first attempt to even try to go up the escalator that he was going to have a hard time even in a flat surface pursuit. So I don't even know why man, look.
A stream
That man spent 15 minutes of his life running up the wrong escalator when he could have just hopped in that middle median and then continued on up. Like, definitely one of the dumbest. Like Young Dro say, the dumbest of the dumbest.
streamer thought he would be able to get away with streaming a pay-per-view UFC match on Twitch by pretending to play. Worth a try, but sadly got banned.
He know damn well that don't look like no graphics that Xbox ever had. Now, maybe if it was a PS5. Nah, not even a PS5 looking like that. But yeah, what it say? This channel is temporarily unavailable due to a violation of Twitch guidelines and terms of service. Yeah, they gave him the kibosh. He's out of there. I want to see his reaction to getting that notification. Like, that's what we missing in this video as we go along. That, you know, the conclusion to this. Like, that's the best part. Seeing just a little bit more.
Maybe not caught in 4K, but 480p instead. But this man is using what's called a jammer to trick the slot machine that he inserted cash by interfering with the machine's electronic circuits.
And watch his screen. The screen is spinning like crazy, and the bill's not even in the machine. He's holding the jammer.
Oh yeah, they was on to him from the jump. Do you not know that casinos have like 6,000 cameras in that thing? I ain't even being funny. Like, when you in a casino, there's at least a dozen cameras on you at all times. And I'm pretty sure this angle was just one of many that had him from the front to the back to the side to side. Man, I would have loved to see security tap him on his arm right there and him try to play them games like he didn't know what he was doing.
A Florida man maybe misinterpreted the saying, thinking outside the box, when he disguised himself with a box on his head while attempting to rob a phone repair shop in Miami.
Box, which doesn't.
This man walked into this shop with a Fortnite skin on. You know what I'm saying? Like straight up boxy or whatever that skin is. And it looked like a screwdriver or something of that nature. Like definitely didn't plan it out or think it out too much. I feel like he walked past that store and maybe 10 to 15 minutes later, this plan couldn't have been thought out. You know, I'm trying to think of an interval of time that was short enough to where he was just like, yeah, I could do it.
Appear to have any eye holes, fell off his.
Wait a minute. Oh, this man ain't have no eye holes on the box, so he eventually ended up taking the box off his head. So he ain't have no money to invest into no kind of mask, no ski mask, no young Negro mask, as they call it. I ain't gonna say the other word. Young ninja mask, NINJA.
His head, revealing his face. Police had no problem finding him.
Not including major holidays, Halloween weekend is one of the days with the most DUI cases, meaning police.
You could tell she zooted it right then and there. Like when the police pull you over, like that first assessment, them looking at you, shining that light in your eye, smelling the car and all that, about 3 minutes, if not 3 seconds into the conversation, they already got some kind of drawn conclusion on what's going on.
Are more alert on the road. A Hooters waitress coming from a Halloween party was stopped at 3:53 a.m. for stopping at a stoplight in the middle of the intersection. The officer ran her license and it came up that it was suspended, and her insurance was suspended as well. And to make things worse, she showed signs of being under the influence.
Not my first night doing this. Okay. Where are y'all?
Man, what is that on her chest? Is that blood? I don't see her bleeding nowhere or nothing like that. I mean, maybe it's somebody else's. The outfit still seems to be, you know, without a stain on it, but that's definitely, you know what I'm saying? Okay, it's a blood for Halloween costume. Okay, I just read that right there, because if that didn't, you know, raise an eyebrow, her glossy eyes definitely did.
Really come across because your eyes are bloodshot and glossy. Your speech is slightly slurred.
I'm just very tired, that's all.
There's alcohol coming off the okay?
After conducting a test that showed she was clearly impatient and considering.
And then why is it always the entitled people that get themselves in this situation, and instead of, like, I don't know what you could do. I mean, I guess you got to take that field sobriety test, so they're going to suspend your license anyway. But they be eager, you know, to try to prove they not drunk, and you finna fail this test with flying colors.
She had 5 license suspensions.
Hold on, I gotta hit the red cut real quick. Get my juice.
The officer decided to book her for driving under the influence. The woman then revealed that she's from Switzerland and that getting a DUI could lead to her deportation from the U.S.
I promise. Sir, I'm from Switzerland. I can't have a DUI, please. I don't want to get out of I don't want to get kicked out of the
Wait until
US.
I have a white female temperature and
I understand. I won't do that until, please, sir.
But you...
I literally stopped.
You're not even supposed to be driving in the first place. You have 5 different suspensions on your license.
Oh, see. Now, at least when, you know what I'm saying, when it comes to violations, suspended licenses, or, you know, not being legal, you know what I'm saying, having them temp tags for way too long, at least somebody, you know what I'm saying, like myself or some other smart individuals, you're going to try to really adhere to all, you know what I'm saying, law violation, you know, all the traffic, all the rules of the road, I should say. You're going to drive the speed limit. You're going to make sure that when you turning, you got your blinker on, got your lights on if it's nighttime, no high beams. You don't want to do anything to draw attention to the police. And clearly, she was doing all the wrong things and got 5 violations. She going back to Switzerland ASAP. I'm surprised she wasn't sent back with the 5 violations. She's talking about the DUI gonna send her back. Maybe because that's her final strike. Instead of giving her 3 strikes in Switzerland, they give you 6. I'm pretty sure that's what it is.
You have an insurance suspension and 3 failed to pay traffic tickets.
I
So I'm
promise
not gonna
I'll
sit
have
there
somebody pick up me. Please.
We're past that.
But I will not have anybody. Please don't charge me for DUI. I promise I'll have somebody pick me up. Please, I'll leave my car here like you said you would.
We can't leave a car here.
Please take the DUI off. Please, sir. I promise I have somebody pick me up.
It's out of my
please.
hands.
And when pleading with the officers didn't work,
That wasn't gonna work. That wasn't gonna work. You in cuffs. They towing that car because not only does that get that car off the road, you know what I'm saying, that gets them more money because when that tow truck come, that's when the fees start. And when they hit that yard, that's 1 day. Don't matter if it's 1 minute, 1 second, that's 1 day. And every day it's like $50 or $100. I can't remember how much it is. I haven't had my car impounded. I know some folks that have, and it is not a cool or pretty situation to be in. Like, I know some people that's lost their vehicles because they ish got impounded. So craziness.
she tried offering the officers to take everything off.
I'll take everything off. Please don't charge me. I don't want to go to jail. Please, sir.
I don't.
I'll take everything off. I'll take everything off. What does that even mean?
want you to take everything off.
But well, she still got booked and charged. But maybe now she knows that driving with 5 license suspensions and under the...
Was that something that another officer asked her to do at one point in time? Like, did that actually work? And it wasn't like her 6th, time, like this, like number 16. And she just been getting away with, stripping down when she get in trouble. That's probably why she's still riding around dirty and doing what she doing, because she was just like, hey, if push come to shove, I'm just gonna strip.
influence might not be a good idea. Okay, everyone in the courtroom should get an award for maintaining professionalism and holding their laughter. But when a man was ordered to a court hearing for his suspended license, he joined the Zoom meeting while driving.
Mr. Harris, are you driving?
Actually, I'm pulling into my doctor's office, actually. So just give me 1 second. I'm parking right now.
You stationary?
I'm pulling in right now at this second. Yes, I am.
All right. What are we doing?
Your Honor, we are respectfully requesting an adjournment in this matter, up possibly 2 to 4 weeks if the court would allow.
The main prosecutor requested that his bond be revoked, which the judge agreed to. The judge then notified the defendant that he had to turn himself in by the end of the day.
Now, I do remember this situation, and I do remember it going differently than what's being portrayed right now. I chime in on it more here in a second.
Let's just hope he doesn't drive himself to the station.
This is a driving while license suspended?
That is correct, Your Honor.
And he was just driving, and he didn't have a license. I don't even know why he would do that. So defendant's bond is revoked in this matter. Defendant is to turn himself into the Washtenaw County Jail by 6 p.m. today. Failure to turn himself in will result in a bench warrant with no bond.
Now, if I'm not mistaken, I might have to, tap and do a little research. Like, dude went on a couple of shows, because they went viral. Like, when I first saw it, I was hollering, but apparently he didn't have a suspended license or something like that. I don't know why he didn't speak up or say something different, but I do know like an apology was issued to him, and like he was on the news because the situation wasn't really what it was, and I guess they rectified it. So he really, could have been driving, but still in all, like, that was crazy, you know what I'm saying, for him to even answer the phone while driving on video call. Because I mean, I get you wanted to be on time for court and everything, but man, you got to move differently, man. They not playing with us. They're not playing with us out here.
TSA is supposed to protect us when traveling. But what if the agents are the ones stealing? Surveillance footage released by Miami's attorney's office showed 2 agents working together to steal thousands of dollars from passengers.
See, this is right here is why I keep my eyes on everything that I have, and I don't trust nobody. I don't care if you TSA, the police, or anything of that nature, because people are people, human are human, and shoot, everybody got a price. Well, not everybody, but y'all know what I'm saying when I say that. Clearly, they got some nice jobs, and you gonna risk your job by pickpocketing folks, the thing about this is that they know cameras are all around them. Like, I guess some people get so comfortable in what they doing that they just feel like they're untouchable, or they're not gonna get caught at all. So I'ma guess that's what was going on with this guy. He had a whole lot of effort in him and he effed around and found out.
When Williams walks away, Gonzalez then appears to take something out of the bin and put it in his pocket.
And well, the two of them were arrested along with a third accomplice not caught on the video. And as of 2024, charges were dropped against Elizabeth, and one of the agents was accepted.
Now, I wonder why the charges was dropped against Elizabeth. Did Elizabeth, you know what I'm saying? Was she the first one to kind of snitch or, give up the information? Because, a lot of times when it comes to these situations, it'd be the first person that cooperate with the police to get the best deal. So I wonder if Elizabeth, you know what I'm saying? Hey, I know I'm gonna tell y'all everything. I promise.
Into a state program where charges got dropped after 25 hours of community service. A woman who...
Wait a minute. Hold on. So you mean to tell me that they dropped the charges on this dude after he did 25 hours of community service? Like, I ain't the one to just want to see people locked up. I mean, some people do, but you know what? I take that back. Some people deserve to be locked up. Like, sometimes you gotta, learn your lesson when it comes to doing wrong, because you gonna continue to do it. Maybe he took that as, a blessing in disguise, and he won't do it again. But I feel like if it was a non-TSA, person or something like that, then they would have definitely threw the book at him, or, they would have spent some time in jail, because that's crazy to me that he only got 25 hours of community service. That's absurd.
Whose package was stolen went to ask her neighbor if she had seen what happened. It was then that the neighbor's daughter suggested she call Victoria's Secret to get her money back. However, the woman never disclosed where the package was from.
Wait a dang on minute. You know what I'm saying? When keeping it real goes wrong. Because, you shouldn't even know the contents of the package or what I got. All I asked you was, have you seen my box? And it's some Jordans in there. And it's the Columbias, the 11s. I got the 11s. Oh, okay, yeah. I might just walk up in your house at that point. You know what I'm saying? Call the police. Bounty tank. I come in when I want.
Revealing that her daughter had likely stolen it. With this confirmation, the woman decided to call the police.
And she said, okay. I said, well, I'm going to call the police. She goes, well, you can call Victoria's Secret. And I never once said where it was from. $400 worth of stuff.
Okay.
So...
With the cop having the information he needed, he headed towards the neighbor's house to find the mother already at the porch waiting.
Hey, she's standing up there like the Wicked Witch or the West or something like that. Like, she the gate guardian. She already knew the police was on their way, and she was like, I'm finna put on my Karen boots and my and my fall sweater, my knitted sweater. I'm a woo 'em over with that.
The officer asked her to bring her husband and daughter, who are residents at the house.
I'm giving you guys the opportunity, if you guys did take it, to just give it back. Because if you don't, I'm going to do a theft report, and all three of you are going to be listed as suspects. So what's going to happen, there's a Ring doorbell right over there. So I'm going to go knock on that door and figure out who came out and picked up that package. And whoever did that's going to...
The dog trying to get out the door to tell it. Like, the dog, I tell you, officer, because I ain't fed me today. I ain't got no water in my bowl. They forgot the kibbles. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got something to say. The dog trying to take the deal. Look at Dad on the front porch, hands in his pocket, lime green socks on. Or I should say neon green socks on. Man, they wrong.
Get charged with a theft, okay? And that's $400 worth of stuff. So either we give it back now, nobody gets in trouble, or I figure out who stole it and they're gonna get charged. That's what we're doing.
Okay.
Okay? That's how we're gonna handle this?
If we find it and we know who took it, it will be returned.
And that's not how we're handling this. When we find out who took it, they're being charged with theft. Okay? We're not doing this, oh,
She said if we find it, you know what I'm saying? Like, so riddle me this. You know what I'm saying? Cause you straight up here looking like the Joker for real in the face right now. Where you gonna search, ma'am? Like, I mean, we already know it's in the house, but you talking about if we find it. How are you gonna assist in finding it? Oh, I know. You gonna tell your daughter to get it. Go ahead and get that.
you got me, I'm on camera, I took it, I'm gonna give it back now. They're gonna be charged with theft. I will arrest them for theft. I'm not playing around. Okay? So either give it back now, or I'm listing all three of you as suspects.
Okay.
Okay. Driver's license. All three of them.
Oh, so they just gonna go down with the ship. He said, I'm taking all three of y'all down. And she said, okay, fine by me.
While the parents went inside to get their IDs, they apparently had a conversation with their daughter. She decided to return the package to the neighbor. What seemed like a resolution only made the situation worse, as the daughter returned the package with many items missing.
We had nothing to do with this.
All right, thank you.
I was just about to say, that don't look like $400 worth of merchandise right there. I was about to say, what did that lady buy for $400 for that bag to be so small? But clearly, you know what I'm saying, the daughter had some items that she just could not let go of. The fact that you brought the bag out without everything in it, that just makes it worse. G, just you caught. The gig is up. Give it up.
She's gonna make sure that all the stuff is in here.
Yeah.
Missing about 5 things.
What's she missing?
I can ask her. They're all different itemized things, so I'll have to.
She tell me.
Well, I think you need to go ask.
She said that she has nothing else. You need to call Victoria's Secret on that one. And I believe her. Because I used to order from Victoria's Secret all the time, and the whole order did not come. Because...
Okay, Patty.
Man, you know what? Take mama, take daddy, and the daughter to jail. Like, we don't even need nobody to bond them out at this point. Like, take them, book them down. Book them down.
She needs to check her down. She needs to check her down. I used to order from Google's and he would get this off.
So that's what you...
And then I ain't trying to be no type of way, but it just came to mind. Lady, what you getting from Victoria's Secret? Like, what you grabbing from Vicky's Secret? You know what I'm saying? Like, maybe she getting some things a while ago or whatever. And I mean, I'm pretty sure they got some things for her or whatever. But when the last time you made a purchase from Victoria's Secret?
You think it's most reasonable?
Yeah.
That's what makes the most sense to you right now?
Yeah, it does.
Despite multiple items missing, the mother claims that her daughter Megan returned everything in the package, making the officer a little suspicious of her. So they asked her to bring
I said the Joker, she looking more like the Penguin right now. Like, I definitely had it wrong with my analysis of which villain she is. She didn't upgrade her from the Riddler to the Penguin. I'm talking about Danny DeVito, you know what I'm saying, in Batman.
Megan while another officer is getting fed up with the whole situation.
Here's what we're going to do. We're going to give her one chance to get those other items. If not, we're hooking her up and bringing her in. I'm not playing these games.
That's what I'm talking about, because if it was, you know, Tyrone, give me another name, chat. If it was Tyrone or anything of that nature, he would have definitely been in cuffs. They would have been detained by now. You know what I'm saying? Like, definitely detained.
That's all that
Come on, she said that
that was all that was in there. Victoria said I had missed 7 items of my stuff.
All right, what's your name?
Megan's.
All right, Megan.
She come out here, she got the gymnastics arms. Sound like she doing all pummel horse moves in there. You know what I'm saying? Like, definitely getting her P90X on. She come out here all jacked up and upset, hitting her fist and whatnot. I don't know what punching bag you was in there hitting, lady, but simmer down. And what you keep from Victoria's Secret that you need?
You have one chance to get the stuff. You have 5 items still missing, or
Okay,
you want
but
to jail
if
for
they're
theft.
missing the stuff, man, what do I do? What about Victoria's Secret? I go to jail for a year and back.
You go to jail. That's what you do. You go to jail. That's what you do. Yeah.
Having missing items for Victoria's Secret?
That's why you don't take in packages that don't belong to you.
I did it!
I threw it down to her, and
Yeah.
I didn't look at the name because
I
thought
had
it
ordered
was
stuff
her.
too.
I didn't look at your name. I really didn't.
And now because Victoria's Secret's gonna miss.
How did she not look at her name or the neighbors? Like, how did you even get the package to begin with? You talking about you didn't look at her name. It shouldn't. It's not even on your porch. Like, quit playing.
So, I mean, I had 7 items missed.
That's fine.
Basically denied taking it.
They didn't even cooperate until you threatened to arrest them. Does that what sort of look like
Yeah,
from where I
that's
stand,
that's
right?
exactly what happened.
I didn't want my husband.
I say you take both of them down because she said she threw it down to her and she didn't look at the name. Like, she knew she hadn't ordered nothing from Victoria's Secret. And you didn't look at the name. Did you look at the address? Like, did you look at where you picked it up from?
And going to jail for something I didn't.
Well, somebody's going to go to jail because you guys obviously aren't fessing up and giving all the items back.
am the
Listen,
one.
I'm giving all the items back.
Gosh.
Everything that, no, hang on, everything
We've got
that's in
5
that-
more that are missing.
Okay, I'm telling you, Victoria.
What is this? What is this? This lollipop move she doing? She straight doing like the jazzercise exercise. Like, what's all that she doing?
Victoria's Secret is missing that, not me.
She's got a daughter.
And I have a new
That
job
has
coming
nothing
up.
to do with this.
Yes, it does.
Yes,
I
it
don't want to go
doesn't.
back to jail. I'll go to prison.
Wait,
Do you understand? For Victoria's
stop
Secret?
it. Go downstairs and make sure.
I did. I
No,
checked
Meg-
everything.
She's going to stay
Megan's
right
staying
here.
right here.
Wait a second. Can I say something?
Man,
No,
you
I'm
know
tired of saying stuff.
She talking about she about to go downstairs and make sure. Like, this.
I would go and I was in here.
Megan, hey, stay out here.
Megan coming at the officers with a disrespectful tone and doubling down on her lies was probably the worst thing she could have done. With multiple opportunities given to her to do the right thing, the officers gave up and decided to detain her. At this point, the neighbor was given the option to press charges, to which she did. And well, no one can blame her since stealing from your own neighbors breaches the trust and sense of security within your immediate community.
Just before
I'm glad that the neighbor pressed charges on her because, yeah, ain't no way shoulda not have in that situation. And then she didn't get all her items. I'm pretty sure. Well, I hope Victoria's Secret, replenish those items. But hey, sometimes you gotta learn the hard way. And I hope those 5 items was worth it. I kind of want to know what they were, cause her and that lady didn't even look like they was the same size. So maybe she planned on selling it or something like that. I don't know, but that's crazy.
Before the interrogation began, one of the detectives went to grab his notes, and the suspect did what a totally not guilty person would do and jumped out of the window.
Wait a minute. Was that the first floor? Nah, it had to have been the first floor. Couldn't have been that second story window, because if you jumped out that second story window, you had to have been a stunt double or a X-Man or something like that. You know what I'm saying? A Marvel character, a hero, or something of that nature. You know what I'm saying? Like, you definitely a vampire. You know what I'm saying? At this point, you some kind of creature, and maybe not a vampire because it's daylight. But I mean, you not human if you jumped out of anything but that first story.
Oh, no.
Needless to say, he was captured a couple hours afterwards and he still had his handcuffs off. At a 7-Eleven.
Man, oh man. He not only got captured hours later, but he never figured out how to take those cuffs off. I don't know where he went or where he was hiding at, but clearly that plan didn't go as planned. Like, that was, he only made things worse because they definitely hit him with like 3 or 4 more charges. Like, they gon' figure out how to get you, you know what I'm saying, when they want to get you. And he needed to be got. You know what I'm saying? They needed to add extra, abating, what else would it? Embarrassing an officer. You know, that's it. To charge them with that. You know what I'm saying? Anything that they think of, just slap it to them.
11 in Los Angeles, a man managed to get away with stealing $300 with an imaginary gun. Luckily, the LAPD posted the footage online and
Wait a minute, hold on. Let's go back, because did this man take his hand and stick it in his shirt?
needless to say, he was captured a couple hours afterwards and he still had his handcuffs off. At a 7-Eleven in Los Angeles, a man managed to get away with stealing $300 with an imaginary gun. Luckily, the LAPD posted the footage online and caught the man.
You can see his hand under his shirt and behind his back as he jumps over the counter and cleans it out himself. He got away with about $300.
Look at old buddy right there. Like, I don't know if dude got, like, you know, look like he got some cans or something in his hand. Like he just gonna walk on and walk out. Just walk on by. Like all of that. Dude was pretty agile though to get up on that counter like that. Like his knees wasn't bothering him that day. And I'm pretty sure when they put them cuffs on him, he was probably complaining about all types of back pains and ailments, and he hurt himself in 62 doing this, and he got a hip replacement, but didn't look like it then.
$300. Even though it's only his hand, it's still considered a robbery, and he's still facing serious charges.
You know your lawn is a mess when even
with them post office boots and socks on, he straight up had on, you know what I'm saying, the USPS outfit from the feet up. Look, let me show y'all one time for the one time. Let me go back here. That's good enough.
As he jumps over the counter and cleans it out himself. He got away with about $300. Even though it's only his hand, it's still considered.
Look at those. Hey, that's a standard issue USPS, you know what I'm saying, workman boots with the tube socks on. Shorts, man, look, quit playing. You couldn't tell him nothing. He figured that was the best outfit, you know what I'm saying, to get up and go. Now, I'm pretty sure he had a car. I'm pretty sure he had a car outside, because you're not running nowhere far in them boots.
A robbery, and he's still facing serious charges.
You know your lawn is a mess when even the thief that's about to steal your mower cuts your grass before leaving.
Before he made off with his loot, he mowed his victim's grass, mowed the front and backyards of the property. When cops arrived on scene, they say Hubbard ran from authorities, dragging the mower behind him.
When a customer
Wait a minute. So let me hop into his criminal mind real quick, because I feel like in his head he thought this was just pure genius, right? He said, what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna cut the grass, and it's gonna look like I came over here with my lawnmower and I was just cutting somebody's grass with that, because if they see me using it, it gotta be mine. You know what I'm saying? And I guess lucky for him, it was gas in the mower, or maybe it was a gas can around, because if it was on E, what he had done, you know what I'm saying? But the fact that he was still running with the lawnmower as the police chased him is crazy work, because stop it.
customer at a jewelry store asked to look at a $16,000 ring under natural light. The store was happy to accept his request. Little did they know was that he was just going to walk away with it.
Wait a minute.
Dollar ring under natural light. The store was happy to accept his request. Little did they know was that he was just going to walk away with it.
Oh, with the 16K ring?
Thankfully, this security footage plus the one in the parking lot led to his arrest. At Atlanta's International...
Hey, that lady was just like, so you just gonna leave? You need to leave. The opposite of that. Like, he was just like, all right, thank you. Have a nice day.
National Airport, a passenger spotted a lady wearing a Rolex watch valued at $7,500. Knowing she'll have to take it off to go through security, she purposely delayed grabbing her stuff, waiting for the agent to look the other way.
Oh, she's slick with it. She is slick with it. She peeped that Rolly and she wanted. She on a Rolly with a Dapper Ranch. $7,500 for a watch though, for the on wrist piece.
A man
ballin'.
flying on Spirit Airlines, accidentally left his carry-on at the ticket counter and filed a lost and found report to no avail. So he took it a step further and filed an open records request, and was given security footage of the airport, which showed Spirit workers opening his bag and throwing his stuff in the trash for no reason. And
wow, see? That's why Spirit Airlines is at the bottom of the barrel when it comes to, you know what I'm saying, airlines and what they do. I haven't heard too many good reviews from Spirit. If you know, fly Spirit Airlines, let me know different. You know what I'm saying? Prove me wrong. Let me know where you went and how your experience was on Spirit Airlines. But never in the day that's never, or never in the day that's ever, I should say, will I be riding on Spirit Airlines. Like, it's gonna have to be a plane with like Shaq, Kevin Hart, you know what I'm saying, celebrity status, where, you know, they be like, hey, you want a ticket to fly with us on Spirit Airlines? Because I know that flight gonna be legit. But then again, let me stop, because I don't know, I don't want to go down with all these celebrities, because shoot, hey, conspiracies be conspiracing.
Pocketing.
And yes, I just made up a word, conspiracy.
The valuables.
Eventually moves over to a trash can where she is joined by coworkers. You can see her open one pill bottle and pour out the contents right in.
Hey man, look, people these days, man, like this low-key sad at the fact that you have a job where not only are you seeing like hundreds, if not thousands of people on a daily, and they trust you with their belongings, you know, with the information that you give, and seeing you in a position that you should be trustworthy on all, you know, on all fronts. But the fact that nobody told him when he walked away that that bag was there, because I'm pretty sure they noticed that bag was there, but I'm glad they got caught.
Into the can, all while her coworker appears to be taking cell phone video and laughing. The gate agent then throws the bag and the rest of its contents into
doing everything for clout gonna get you caught up, and clearly it did.
the trash and casually walks away.
No one knows.
I really wonder what they kept from the bag out of all the things they threw away, because it did seem like it was much in there outside of maybe some money or something like that. Like, cause where you gonna use the cards? Like, where you gonna use all the other stuff? You gonna get caught, you know what I'm saying? But people don't care about that. People really think that they could just use other people's cards on the internet, you know what I'm saying, or electronically, and it not be traced. But that's why they call this the dumbest criminals video.
How this man managed to escape. But after being locked in a holding cell, a suspect had the brilliant idea of escaping, even after staring at the security cameras for a few seconds. He was even able to slip his left hand out of the handcuffs.
Notice his left hand is slipping through the handcuffs. He peeks his head out, wriggles his left wrist.
How was dude unattended like this or whatever? Like, it is rare that Tyrone would have been left alone. It is rare that Tyrone would have been left alone, but hey, I digress.
Wrist, pops open the door, and within 2 minutes casually lets himself out.
He was arrested a few hours later at his house, and even asked his wife for a ride without telling her that he was a fugitive.
He didn't really explain too much with me. He didn't have handcuffs on him when me and my mom picked him up.
Even though technology now allows law enforcement to...
Hey, at least he wasn't like old buddy. They couldn't get him off at all. Like, he got that left hand out, and he just like, yeah, I've been here, done this. Let me go ahead and get this right off real quick.
Safely stop moving vehicles. There are times when criminals leave police officers with no other...
Wait a minute, hold on. What was that device that he had? Like, straight up Batman on that thing. What he had going on? We got to go back.
He didn't have handcuffs on him when me and my mom picked him up.
Even though technology now allows law enforcement to safely stop moving vehicles, there are times when criminals leave police...
That was dope. So I think we need to get that over here in the U.S. Was that the U.S.? Maybe that's a part of the United States that don't include Missouri, because they still using these stop sticks or these spikes, you know, to stop people. I've yet to see somebody, you know what I'm saying, do the speed racer, the Mario Kart move, and just kind of, you know what I'm saying, Spider-Man them, like straight Spider-Man that car.
police officers with no other choice. In Jogava County, around 7 in the morning, a driver under the influence refused to stop, even after being chased for several miles. Thankfully, there were no injuries, but spikes had to be deployed. Okay, I'm not sure why this woman would call the cops and then refuse to talk to them, but when an officer responded to a case of what seemed to be domestic violence, he met the caller in front of one of the...
Now, I do remember seeing this one, and I remember like this was like a girl and her boyfriend, and I think I know it was her place. I'm not sure if he's on a lease or not, but she did call, and like she just totally turned up in the situation to the point to where, like, low key, I feel like in a lot of situations when it comes to women and men in domestic violence situations, the police or the officers, you know, they come out more, they side with the women a lot of times or whatever. And all she had to do was just kind of keep it cool. But nah, this is not what she did. Y'all let me know if y'all agree with that take on domestic violence when it comes to, you know, situations or whatever. And I will say a lot of times a guy is an aggressor. I don't know the statistics on that or whatever, but I'm not saying that dudes don't be doing nothing. And I do not condone men putting their hands on women at all. Like, so, yeah, I'm just going to put that out there.
The apartment units.
I don't think he put his hands on her in this situation, though. Like, if I'm remember seeing this right, because I watched this whole video of this incident on a separate occasion.
What's going on? Who else does I want to say? I guess, did you call us?
To escort somebody, that's it.
Okay. Do you need an ambulance or anything?
Look at my I didn't touch her. Didn't touch her. Don't come. Nobody said he touched me.
That's fine. That's fine. Okay.
I see right then and there, you know, with that aggression, her saying that just right off the bat, that will contradict any other story that she comes up with saying that he touched her. Because if at any time the guy or the girl, you know, as they get to talking about the situation and explaining things, and you say like, oh, she smushed me, or she pushed me, or she grabbed my hair, or she did something like that and the third, like the police are gonna take that as an assault, you know what I'm saying, depending on how escalated the situation go. And regardless if you pressing charges or not, somebody getting in them cuffs, somebody getting them shiny things on them.
Where's my next closest unit? Okay. Man, just want to show you.
That's my crib. What you mean?
Okay.
After the man shut the door on the officer, the woman continued to be uncooperative. Then the former boyfriend came back outside, claiming the woman had hit him.
Okay.
What I say? What did I say? I didn't remember the situation all the way, but I do know that when you say anything along those lines, and I'm pretty sure she did hit him. She hit him, you know what I'm saying, maybe with a little two-piece. It didn't hurt, but she put hands on him, you know what I'm saying?
Hey, bud.
I never touched you. You hit me and I hit you back.
Just ignore him.
Now all of a sudden, he hit her, and then she hit him back, because a little bit ago she said, I didn't say that you hit me. But that's how I go in situations like that, because when you know you about to get in trouble, you know what I'm saying, like that story changed.
Never touch you. So now I touch, bro. Yeah, I hit the off of me. I got the proof. I was just sitting there. Bro, I got the.
Janai.
Oh, right. What you talking about? I'm not even no more. You started talking to me because you just gave me my key and I was gonna leave.
This is a toxic relationship all the way around. The fact that the way he talking to her and the way they talking to each other, you know what I'm saying, like, I guess I said him because me being a man, you know, like I'm not finna say, you know, all the words that he's saying. Like he talking to her like she a dude, you know what I'm saying? And not to say that she should talk to people like that at all, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, he mad aggressive. I'm pretty sure he upset, but like toxic relationship, you shouldn't be in any relationship where a guy or a girl can be that loose with their lips and, you know, say the things that they saying to each other.
That's not your shit, yo. I said, don't bitch, you got me sticking on my job.
Don't go at him. Stop. Can you talk to us about anything?
The officer repeatedly asked the woman to stop yelling and to talk to him so he could help. However, as time passed and she showed no signs of calming down, he decided to put her in handcuffs and take her to the station. This is where things took a turn for the worse.
Yeah, this, that. See, look right there. Now, she straight up, and is that the cuffs? Is that the cuffs off the officer's hand? Did he throw the cuffs and she threw a Buddhist palm, or she in out crescent block? Like, because she straight up turned into a Power Ranger real quick.
The woman resisted arrest and attempted to hit the officer. Thankfully, no one was injured, but she continued to display aggressive behavior, wanting to fight people at jail.
We call Code Red, we have a fight, yeah. Somebody else.
You guys might need to.
Y'all don't need to.
Alright, low-key, she got too much hair on her right now to be trying to fight somebody, because all somebody got to do is just wrap that up with one hand, uppercut. You know what I'm saying? Once somebody got control of your hair, that's a dandada most times, and not like, yeah, that's not a good look.
Better be no females. Beat the out of one of y'all. Yeah. Y'all gonna need some man officers. Thank you.
The woman ended up being charged with domestic dispute, domestic battery, aggravated battery upon a peace officer, and resisting arrest.
Now, I wonder how much time she got, if anything. Did she get the probation, you know what I'm saying, card, or what? Because, yeah, that's, once you put your hands on them peace officers, as she said, not the police, peace officer, yeah, that's a dandada.
2012, when a TSA officer went to prison for 2 years for stealing more than $800,000 of items from passengers.
Now we got another TSA officer, Tyrone. Let's see what happened.
ABC News set up a sting operation to see how widespread theft was, and purposefully left an iPad with a tracker on the security tray.
ABC News checked bags with iPads and cash, and purposely left behind iPads at TSA checkpoints, where our iPad was last seen in the hands of TSA officer Andy Ramirez. 2 hours later, we were able to track the iPad as it left the airport and ended up at the TSA officer's home.
Brian Ross from ABC.
Oh, so it wasn't Tyrone. I think Tyrone was just a part of it. They done pulled up on Mr. Ramirez in full uniform with the cameras on. It can't get no better than that. Him in his full uniform badge, got his coffee, about to get ready to go to work. Like, they knew what time his shift started. They knew what time he was going to be leaving the house. And they knew what time to beat her. Like, they ready.
It is. I don't know if you can give me a hand here. We're looking for a missing iPad.
Missing iPad?
Yeah. You found it. There it is.
Okay,
Wait a minute now. Now, this man, he went back in the house. He took his shirt off. Like, he ain't even going to work no more. You know what I'm saying? Like, probably, you know what? Yeah, he ain't going to work no more because he ain't got a job. He already knew it. He said, I'm just going to resign today and, save himself from getting fired tomorrow. On another note, what's going on with Buddy Eyes right here? Who he looking at that he sus? Let's see. Let's follow it. I think it might be old Buddy right here. Either him or him, because both of these guys right here, especially him right here, looking real sus.
This might be the craziest one of all. But at Toronto's airport, $20 million were stolen in gold and foreign currency from a refinery company in Switzerland that was sending it to Canada via the hull of an Air Canada flight. But shortly after the goods were transported into a cargo facility at the airport, a man driving a truck pulled up with fake documentation, allowing him to go in to pick up seafood that was delivered a day before. Once inside, an airport employee brought in with a forklift the container with $20 million in gold and foreign.
Sheesh, so you thought you was about to take 20 million in gold that they definitely had all means of keeping, tracking, and going to the ends of the earth of getting back. Man, quit playing with them.
Currency. Later, when the actual people came to pick up the goods, and Air Canada employees couldn't locate the container, an emergency was called and they checked security footage from city cameras to see the route the thief took.
Southbound on Dixie Road.
That's dope. The fact that they I'm just appreciating this outline of this map right now. Like, you got to be more careful. Have they not seen Die Hard with a Vengeance and all that? Like, you need like 14 dump trucks going through a tunnel underground and like doing a straight up, it got to be some kind of trickery or whatever like that. What was that? Swordfish. I mean, like misdirection. It got to be some kind of misdirection when you pulling off these high stakes crimes like Ocean 11, like misdirection. Like, it has to be something that now you see it, now you don't type situation. Like,
Westbound on Highway 401.
They got this man on candid camera the entire time.
We followed the truck and checked each exit that Highway 401 intersects with. Air Mills Parkway, Winston Churchill, Trafalgar Road. The truck does not exit at any of these roadways. This continues into Halton Region as the truck passes James Snow Parkway. And we observe the truck exit at Bronte Road.
Look at them. They got I guess a clear-cut route.
And go northbound on Bronte Road.
They moving fast,
Eventually, as
too.
the truck travels north of Milton, it becomes more rural, and we lose sight of the truck.
And well, months later, the police came up with a warrant on possible suspects and ended up finding cash that seemed to be profits of jewelry made out of the stolen gold they sold, and a lot more incriminating evidence.
Smelting pots, casts, and molds. These are commonly used in the industry.
Okay, so they did get away long enough to alter the gold and try to change it to something else so they can, disguise it, but
to change the composition of gold. We believe the items you see here today were used to change the composition of the stolen gold bars to different forms, like the bracelets you just saw.
The people behind it were a combination of two.
This man right here. Let's go back some. Why? I guess we're gonna go back further. Let's go back here. Look at this man's face.
The different
Look at this first guy's face.
forms, like the bracelets you just saw.
The people.
Man, he ain't had nothing to lose. 54-year-old male from Brampton, Air Canada employee. Man, he do look, man. I ain't gonna say it. But I'm gonna say it. He do remind me of Mike Tyson boxing. The bull, I can't think of his name, the dude with the, you know what I'm saying, bald head or whatever. He was upper level, throw them crazy uppercuts. He looking a lot like him in this mugshot.
People behind it were a combination of two Air Canada employees, a jewelry store owner, and other co-conspirators.
These individuals have been released on conditions and will appear at the Ontario Court of Justice in Brampton at a later date.
In Manchester,
I want to know how much time they got. I want to know how much time you get for stealing $20 million. I know they got some of that back, but they definitely didn't recover as much of what's gone, because they would have definitely said something, because when they do, make big bust, recover items and stuff like that, they be real proud about announcing, what it was, how much it was, and all that. Them police, they look low-key kind of defeated in this situation. I know they was glad to get the people that did it, but yeah, they mad. I'm pretty sure they put fists and feet on them throughout the night, you know what I'm saying, in the interrogation room.
England, a duo of robbers went into a travel agent office and demanded money before quickly fleeing from the shop. But to their surprise, it was a windy day, so they lost almost all their loot. After a man managed to steal...
Man, look. What he going there with a grocery store bag? Like, how you go in there and stuff a bag with a whole bunch of money and not seal it up? Like, you ain't have it tucked in your pants or nothing like that. Like, dumbest of the dumbest.
A $7 million Van Gogh painting from 1884, another man got inspired by the heist and attempted one of his own at the Birmingham Gallery. Luckily for the gallery, he lacked object size awareness.
He's checked to see if anybody's watching, nobody is, and he tries to put it in his jacket.
Man, listen here. That man weigh about 110 pounds, and I feel like that painting weigh 25 pounds. About a quarter of his weight, you know what I'm saying? Let me say 100 pounds, 25, about a quarter of his weight. And he tried to carry it off and worse. He tried to put it in that thin Levi's jacket. Like, come on, broski.
Does he really think it's going to fit in there?
He, for a moment, clearly does. Anyway, he does now and walks out of the gallery, but he was stopped by staff as he...
Not only did he try, like, so he was going to try to walk out with that bulge in his jacket. And then he's just going to walk out with the painting in hand, like...
Tried to leave.
A married couple in Florida were arrested for...
Hoo-wee. Coo-wee-wee-wee. What's going on with the Tiger King? I don't know. We got all stripes.
Selling golden tickets to heaven for $99 a piece.
Ticket to heaven? Yeah, y'all better stop playing with God. You say that's a ticket to heaven, and they didn't look like they painted a block of wood gold. Ticket to heaven and meant one. Ticket to heaven and meant one. And they got both they different signatures. I ain't gonna say signatures, you know, they penmanship on one, because I'm pretty sure he wrote one and she did the other.
Claiming that each ticket was made from solid gold and reserved the buyer a spot in heaven. When three masked robbers in Texas planned a heist that...
Now, why they get that little bit of story? Man, if y'all don't stop with this little sip of information, I need a gulp, I need a cup, I need more. Than that, you know what I'm saying?
Involved stealing a donut shop. On their way out, they gave some of the stolen sweet treats to witnesses. Needless to say, that didn't stop them from testifying.
Eatery he was allegedly stealing from. Suspect then grabs donuts from behind the counter, gives them to the witnesses, and flees on foot.
Okay, and
wait a minute. They robbed and then they gave it to the witnesses, all right? And you can see the lady taking it and putting it on that napkin, like, in the fashion of, yeah, I'm gonna eat this because I probably wouldn't even have touched it, you know what I'm saying? Like, but yeah, she wanted them donuts, or they wanted them donuts.
He's stealing from. Suspect then grabs donuts from behind the counter, gives them to the witnesses, and flees on foot.
Okay.
Yeah, she took that and she had finished that one and she set it in straight up prime time snacking position. Like, she about to tear that one up as soon as they leave.
Okay, in this one there was no stealing of anything material.
I guess she say, I ain't take the donut. It was given to me. I say they charge her too. Nah.
Just a people's time. NFL star Odell Beckham Jr. was kicked off an American Airlines flight for not following instructions to put on his seatbelt, which is illegal. So the police officer explained to him that he could just walk out of the plane, or they'll be forced to deplane all the passengers, including him. And he chose the latter.
Oh, Odell. Why you just didn't put your seatbelt on, bruh? Like, you just had to, you know what I'm saying, pull that card. You know that I'm bigger than a seatbelt. I'm Odell Beckham Jr. Like,
whatever reason, they're asking you to leave. They're going to rebook you on the next flight.
I don't want it.
Okay, well, this is what's going to happen.
As soon as they get off, you can do whatever you got to do.
We're going to have to deplane everybody on this plane, and then you're still going to get off.
That's fine.
Okay.
I would never, ever in my life get off the plane for you. Specifically you. Maybe everybody else. I would get off the plane. This shit don't mean nothing to me. Ain't no way you could look at me. Ever.
Dang, they up close and personal with, you know, with a star, you know, in his eyes, you know, because I'm pretty sure everybody don't look at him as a star. Like, he's a dope wide receiver, you know, minus the injuries or whatever. I don't think he'll ever win a championship. You know, is he still playing? I ain't been following football. Y'all comment and let me know. But yeah.
You gonna wait 40 minutes, and I'm gonna be on a private plane home. Yeah.
Say good.
Get your fat ass. Yeah, I will. Get your off the plane for a second. Yeah, I bet. Enjoy the cheese board on the way home. Get your ugly ass.
I ain't mean to laugh at that. it's the ugly ass for me. It's the
shit don't mean nothing to me, bro.
There were no legal consequences for Odell, but he did get banned from American Airlines and delayed the flight by 2 hours. With lotteries being able to go as...
Hey, I low-key thought that they was gonna handle him with force, but I guess not, you know what I'm saying? I didn't know if he was going to, you know, try to, you know, fight the decision. They going to end up having to wheelbarrow them out, you know what I'm saying? But they was ready. You know they wanted to. They would have been happy to.
As high as millions or even billions of dollars, they have become targets for criminals all over the world to exploit. Eddie Tipton is a man who was able to successfully rig the lottery but didn't really think it through. As the security director at the multi-state lottery, he realized that the random number generator wasn't as random as everyone thought, and he was able to change one line of code, which resulted in him knowing the exact numbers that were going to be picked out at a certain date. Fast forward to December 29th,
Oh, wow. So, yeah, like they said, them numbers ain't really as random as people thought. It's kind of like those slot machines at casinos where people, like, yeah, I guess you can say you do get lucky sitting there, but all those slot machines are, you know what I'm saying, coded in a way that once they reach a certain threshold, it's going to pay out, regardless if I put in $100, you put in $10 or whatever. Whenever it reaches that threshold, if you that person playing, you're going to get paid. But win, because you already know the house always win. So that machine probably collected, I'm going to say, 5 times as much as it's going to put out over its lifetime. Maybe even 10 times as much, because, I mean, the casino doors stay open.
2010, someone in Des Moines, Iowa won $16.5 million. And even though there was an initial wave of excitement from the lottery officials, days went by and no one claimed the ticket. Then weeks turned into months, causing Iowa Lottery to start getting desperate.
The Iowa Lottery has been looking and asking for everyone to please check their tickets.
With lottery tickets expiring worthless after a year and lottery officials like Eddie being barred from even buying tickets in the first place, Eddie started becoming desperate. And just 1 hour and 50 minutes before the deadline, a group of lawyers showed up to claim the tickets.
Wait a minute. Like, he was just like, you know what? I got it. You know what I'm saying? Because he already knew he couldn't, you know, claim the ticket or nothing, but he got a group of lawyers.
But officials realized it was incredibly shady.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have the winning ticket, but we don't have the person nor all of the background information about this winning ticket. We are not paying this particular ticket today.
So after an investigation, the lottery refused to pay, unless the person who purchased the ticket came forward. And the $16 million went to no one, and the FBI was called in. And that's when they released the footage.
Oh my God. So you mean to tell me, instead of him, I guess he said, I don't trust nobody to claim this ticket. He would have been better off just having somebody he really could trust. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I guess who can you trust with $16.5 million or 16 point whatever it was $1 million minus the tax they get? But yeah, I'm pretty sure he didn't think it was gonna go like this.
With audio of the person buying the ticket, and many lottery employees recognized it was their coworker Eddie Tipton, who lived in an 8,500 square foot mansion with an inside basketball court and a 20-seat home theater. Apparently, he has been rigging the lottery for smaller prizes for 10 years, and no one suspected a thing until he decided to buy the winning ticket himself, not planning on how he was going to cash it in.
Oh, wow. So you mean to tell me that this man had been doing this for 10 years? He said it's time to step it up. He was ready for retirement, but that's how it is sometimes. Like, you can, you know, you can steal, you can cheat the system, you can do it, you know, countless times, and then all it takes is that one time, and you done. You know what I'm saying? Man, oh man, that was crazy. Especially the fact that he had been doing it for so long and nobody picked up on that situation. Like, I wonder how much time he got. I'm definitely gonna probably have to look that up and probably make a post or something and let y'all know exactly, you know, how much time he got. But yeah, I think the next time when it comes to reactions, I'm gonna make sure that it give a little bit more, you know what I'm saying, to the story, because I definitely like to, you know, get the conclusion to things. But this definitely wraps up, you know, the Damo Reacts Dumbest Criminals video. Hope y'all enjoyed it. You know, appreciate y'all tapping in. Like I said previously, if you made it this far, you a real one. Noti Gang, stand up. I had cannot remember the person's name. I would definitely give you a shout out, you know what I'm saying? If not in this video, in the next one, screenshot it or whatever. But I had a comment on my previous video where somebody was like, Noti Gang on there. I'm just like, okay. Get the Noti Gang, small time. You know, I'll take it or whatever. We just hit that 400 subscriber threshold or whatever. So, I mean, we 600 away from 1K. And, hey, I'm happy about that because when I started recording and doing everything, I wasn't even at 100 subscribers. So the fact that I got 400 people that's locked in, you know what I'm saying, checking out the videos and the content, that's what's up. So we're going to do more reactions. We're going to do more everything. Like I said, I'm into fragrances. I'm a sneakerhead. I'm a DJ. Like, all those things. So excuse me not looking at the camera, you know what I'm saying, but we work on that too. But appreciate y'all again. Be more like God. Tell somebody you love them, and I will see y'all in the next video tomorrow, day 4. Peace.